mohon
Iya,
izin minum air sebentar ya, Pak, ya?
iya, nggak apa-apa,
Oh,
silakan.
iya.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Ya maaf Pak, barusan ini masukkan sesuatu di mulut ini. Nyuri-nyuri waktu ini. Nyuri-nyuri waktu.
Iya,
Bapak sudah dahar siang.
sudah Ibu, saya di sela-sela ini. Saya di
Ya,
rumah ini Bu,
ya
di
saya
rumah,
ini masih di
di tempat
sekolah ini.
kerja. Nggih.
Iya. Mungkin nanti kalau move ke pulang, semoga
Iya,
nggak terlambat sih masuknya. Cuman nanti mungkin 4:30 ini deh apa move ke ke Gedangan pulang.
nggih Bu, nggih, nggak apa-apa.
Butuh waktu, nggih.
Ya mungkin
Semangat, Bu.
heeh, ini nanti bahasa Indonesia sama bahasa Inggris ya bahasanya. Helin ya.
Iya,
Heeh. Helin
iya,
manggilnya
siap.
di mana? Helin atau siapa? Atau Wardani?
Iya,
Manggilnya?
panggilannya Helin, Pak.
Oh Helin ya
Helin.
makanya. Heeh. Oke.
Alhamdulillah.
Silahkan Ibu, nanti Ibu duluan, nanti saya. Kalau
Oke.
perjalanan pulang Ibu bisa leluasa ya.
Waduh.
Nggih.
Ya siap. Mbak Herlin, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, Bu.
How are you?
I'm really good and I'm so excited with this interview actually.
Oke, Alhamdulillah. Oke, actually I want to know uh, why do you want to become a teacher for the next your future?
Okay.
Can you
Thank
answer it?
Yes, thank you for the questions. So why I do really want to become a teacher? It starts when it was an elementary school, I think, at fifth grade. So at that time, I have difficulties in English actually. So
Hmm.
when English time for me, it's like English again, English again. I do not know about this, so it makes me bored when it's English time. Well, I cannot blame the teacher's way in teaching, and maybe because I do not want to try to learn more about English. But then, starting from that moment, I try to think why this condition happened. Maybe I can do something more to solve this condition. And my mother is also a teacher, and when I see my mother, the way she teaches her students every day, I think that, I think I need this kind of teacher so I can learn English well, I can learn English more interesting for me. So that is why I do really want to become a teacher. And I have an experience when I have a chance to teach senior high school students. At that time, I only have something like 2 months to teach them. And then when I give them material, they really like the way I teach. They really like the way I convey the material to them. They really like their learning activities. And they really like the way I treat them in the learning activities. And they tells me that, ma'am, why do you leave? I need you more, ma'am, because when you teach me, it is the first time I do want to learn about English. I need you, ma'am, but I do have to say sorry to her because that time I have to stop my teaching to join the PPG Prajabatan program. That is why I
So,
do really want to.
so you have to stop all the activity ya when you join in PPG Prajabatan ya.
Starting them all, and I learn more actually, ma'am. So I know that when I become a teacher, I also need more improvement. I cannot say that I'm perfect, but I'm still learning. And then when I joined the PPK program, I got a lot of material that helps me to be more professional teacher. Something like teaching at the right level. I do not know about that before joining PPK program. CRT, I do not know about that. Computational thinking, differentiated instruction, I just got them when I joined this PPK program. So I think it improves me more, man. And I feel that the way I teach before PPK program and while I joined the PPK program is improved.
Okay, so PPG Prajabatan is useful for you for
Yes.
enrich your knowledge about how to teach, how to organize the class. Is it right?
Yes, that is correct, ma'am.
Okay, then when you teach in the class and you already done your PPL 1 and 2, and then you already practice your teaching in front of the class. Please tell me the steps of the, what is it, opening class, what should you do, and then closing the class, what should you do? Please tell me the step by step from the, what is it, opening and then closing.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you for the questions, ma'am. I would like to answer. So, in the opening activity, I start them to greet my students and then lead them to pray together. And then after that, I ask them about their condition. How are you today? Something like that. And then I also check the attendance list. And after that, I also try to uh, with my students discuss about the classroom agreement or kesepakatan kelas. And then after that, uh, I will give the example in one of my module ajar. Can I use that, ma'am? So I also put pembelajaran sosial emosional atau social emotional learning in my teaching. In one of my teaching, it is about magic box. So I would like to try to make my students start the learning activities in a happy situation. So when they think about the motivational words that can make them happy, and it can help them to start the learning activity with a happy feeling. And then after that, I also give some triggering questions to lead them to the material. And then after that, I tell them actually what will we learn today. And then I also give them about the diagnostic test. So I know their strength, I know their weakness, I know their needs in learning. And then I also tell them about the learning objective and also the learning benefits. That is from the opening activity. And then about the closing activity. So when we have done all the main activity, I try to, I with my students will try to conclude the material. So for the example about descriptive text, so what is descriptive text? What is the function of descriptive text? And they will answer my questions. And then because I put magic box in the opening, I also put magic box in the closing activity. So my students can end and start the learning activity with a happy feeling. And then after that, I also do something like reflection activity. Sometimes I use Padlet, ma'am, and my students really excited when they can capture their selfie picture and put it on the Padlet, and then seeing actually what part that they like from my learning, what are the part that still needs to be improved. They will tell me about it, and then after that, we sometimes I also give them a clue about the next material or the next agenda, and then we close the learning activity with greetings also.
Okay, in the opening teaching, in the opening process, don't you need to, what is it, ask about the meeting before, what kinds of material that you studied with the before teacher? Or maybe you also need to uh, make kinds of related what should you do right now, the objective learning, and then what for to your, what is it, the real life. I think like this one. So ada pemanggilan materi yang sebelumnya yang mereka dapatkan, entah itu dari guru sebelumnya atau bagaimana, and then try to ask, ya, menggali ingatan mereka, pelajaran apa sih yang kemarin gitu. And then after that, after you tell about your learning objective, I think you can make, what is it, apa sih relationship-nya dengan kehidupan sehari-hari gitu. Itu mungkin belum tersampaikan, atau ya sometimes we miss it when we teach in front of the class, so we enjoy about the class, and then apa ya, membuat anak-anak tertib. Nah, itu akhirnya sometimes it is miss gitu. And then in closing, di penutupannya, maybe you make kinds of reflection ya.
Yes, I made it, ma'am.
A kind of reflection. Yeah, reflection for you only or for the students.
Uh, at that time, I only asked my students about the whole learning activities, ma'am. So they also
Hmm.
commented on me and also they commented on their performance along the learning.
Okay, after ending the teaching, I think you also make kinds of note for you, for yourself. Maybe you can make kinds of reflection, and then yeah, from the first until the beginning of the teaching until the end of the teaching, apa sih miss-nya? Example like this one. Kayak oh ya openingnya tadi ini belum tersampaikan. And then closing maybe pray closing praying ya close praying belum tersampaikan. Nah, itu perlu dibuat catatan gitu. Oke, okay. I think from me enough first Pak Fauris. Maybe Pak Fauris want to continue.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Mbak Helen. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
let me know in teaching practice. Yeah, in teaching practice, because some of you have already have comprehensive development material, and then the next year is how to integrate high order thinking skill in teaching and learning English. How to integrate high order thinking skill in teaching learning English. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. But the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the questions. So, in integrating high order thinking skills or HOTS, sometimes I use, especially I will try to concern on the learning model, sir. So, for the example, is about cooperative learning, and then I will try to make some groups of my students, and then I will ask them to do some activities so they can conclude their what is it something like some questions so they can have a conclusion about the material. So for the example, please after reading the text, please tell me about what is descriptive text, and then please tell me about what how can you use descriptive text in real life, something like that. And then my students will convey their idea about it. I also sometimes put HOTS in my assessment, sir, something like that.
Yeah,
And
you
it,
said
yeah,
right. You say that Mbak Ellen said that you deliver material to the student, and then uh, you ask, what does the text tell us about? Yeah. Okay. What is the criteria by using this activity? You say that this is belong to high order taking skill. What is the criteria? Criteria
okay,
of
thank you very much.
activity. So you say the activity is belong to high order taking skill.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for the questions. So, in that kind of activities, I can also include it something like when they have read the example of the text, they will make a conclusion about the material, and then I can in one moment
You know
in
kriterianya
PPL2.
apa?
Oh yeah,
Kriterianya, would you
yes.
like to mention the
One of
criteria,
yes,
right?
they will create the text, sir. They will create their own text. They will analyze the text. They will criticize the text.
What is your instruction, Mbak Erin? What is your instruction?
Yes, in one of the learning activities, when they have a group work activity, in that I also give them questions about or instruction about please make a descriptive text.
Oh,
For the
writing,
example of,
writing,
sorry. Yeah,
writing.
sir. Yeah. So they can create their own text, sir.
Have you ever teach them how to uh, write descriptive text, so you deliver assignment to them.
Oh, in my video of the learning, I and my students have discussion about what is the function of the text. And then we also have discussion about the generic structure. We also have discussion about the language feature of the descriptive text. So after my students understand well about the descriptive text itself, and then I can ask them to create their own text. They can choose what the topic that they want.
Reading and writing is two different skill, Mbak Helin ya. Reading
Yes.
is receptive skill. If they understand after reading, maybe you deliver some question. What does the text tell us about it? But to become skillful in writing is not enough to reading. Teachers should teach, not discuss how to write maybe descriptive text or others. Because in writing here, if you know, as a productive skill, learners should produce. Yeah, produce. You mentioned here, and take example, what kind of text you deliver to your student, Mbak Elin? Tag
Oh, at
apa
that
yang ada?
time, yeah, at that time I deliver about enteng-enteng. So it is made
No, no,
in
no.
descriptive.
This is what kind of tag? Enting-enting. Descriptive
No,
tag.
the topic, yes, the topic of
Uh,
the text is traditional food, and the
uh,
type of the text itself is descriptive text. I'm sorry.
yeah. Okay, right. Enting-enting, yeah. Why ting-ting belong to this is maybe the topic, and then how to explain that based on enting-enting, you teach your student descriptive tag. Tell us about this, Mbak Elin. Di mana ini
So
benang merahnya? Anda mengambil topik penting-penting, tapi tagnya tag deskripsi. Di mana? Bisa dijelaskan?
okay, I would like to try to explain about this. So
Mm-mm.
in my learning video, I try to give the topic about traditional food, sir, and
Ya.
we learn about descriptive text.
Uh-uh.
So would like to ask my students that they are able to describe about the traditional food itself. And then I give them the example of the text that talks about traditional food in Tulungagung. It is enting-enting because I teach the
Mm.
students in Tulungagung, so I would like to give them a relevant topic for them. So I give the text about enting-enting in the form of descriptive text, and then I ask them, so after you read the text, can you guess what is the function of the text? And then at that time, my students answer that, oh, to describe, ma'am, to describe something. Okay, very good. And then after that, I and my students, I give them some guidelines, sir. So we have discussion based on the guidelines about generic structure and also about the language feature. So we also discuss about the tenses that we use in descriptive
Mm.
text. What are
Nah,
they? Yes. And then when my students have understand well about that, I also confirm them by giving them assessment, and then they will create the text, their own text in a group work.
yeah,
Something like
okay. My question, Mbak Helin, ya. In descriptive tag, how many elements the student should understand?
yes.
Based on your
Oh,
understanding, you mentioned here generic structure, and then apa lagi elemennya?
social function,
Social
and then
function, generic
yes, and then
structure,
language feature.
language feature. What is the
Sir.
title of the student work? Judulnya penting-penting ya.
No, sir. It's just the title of the example of
Ah,
the
ya,
descriptive
judul yang
text.
diberikan ada penting-penting. Why penting-penting belong to descriptive tag?
Because in descriptive tag, we can describe something, food, it can be food, it can be place,
Iya,
it can be person,
but
in
it's thing
thing.
ya, bisa. Is it specific thing or general thing? Penting-penting.
Enteng-enteng itself is specific thing, sir.
How do you know?
Because it focuses on the specific food. If we talk about traditional food, then it is still general. But if
Uh,
we talk about enteng-enteng, the specific
mm.
one, so it it is not. It can be differ again. So this is
Take
specific.
example. This is smartphone. Is it specific or general?
If it is smartphone, I think it is still general. So, but we if we talk about the types of the smartphone, maybe Samsung J2 Prime.
Yeah,
So it will
Enteng-enteng
be
it
the
can be
specific.
Tulungagung. Enteng-enteng it can be Madiun.
I
Enteng-enteng
think
it can be, yeah,
I think it is not specific thing because Enteng Teng
it's
not
general.
not only from peanut, not only peanut the material, but also maybe apa wijen ya. Enteng Teng kan ada Enteng Teng wijen, Enteng Teng
Yeah,
kacang itu maksudnya. Maybe if you want to make it a specific thing, peanut Enteng-enteng, maybe like this one, itu lebih spesifik.
yeah.
Begitu enggak,
Maksudnya kan
Pak
begitu
Maulid?
kan.
Ya,
Kan masih
ya,
umum kan, enteng-enteng
iya,
itu.
benar.
Oh yes. Yes. In the
Yeah,
example of the text, I also put the picture of the anting-anting.
iya, I see. Anda
Iya,
memasukkan ini gambar,
gambar.
ini masuk spesifik kan nggak bisa begitu, Mbak Elin.
From the title,
It
we
can
mean, yeah, we mean
many
from the
interpretation
title.
after looking at this visual.
So
And
maybe from the
if the
title you can
title
change.
hanya enting-enting, it's not specific because we have maybe more than one kind of enting-enting kan?
Oh, something like that.
Iya kan?
Ya,
Oh iya, Anda bilang, oh ini maybe merek A, B, or C itu very spesifik kan?
Yeah.
Maybe smartphone A, smartphone B, smartphone C itu baru spesifik. Enteng-enteng A, enteng-enteng B,
yeah.
kayak gitu
Or
ya.
maybe,
Kalau hanya enteng saja general, Mbak.
maybe said ma, dari mana? Dari mana asalnya teng-teng tadi?
Ya, itu
In
kalau nanti
Tulungagung,
bisa membatas.
we also
Ya,
have
belum ada.
anting-anting.
Ya, apa Madiun
Enteng-enteng juga
peanut
punya.
teng-teng. Nah, seperti itu maksudnya. Jadi benar-benar spesifik tuh. Ini yang dimaksud. Nah,
Ya, particular kan begitu.
ya,
Jadi particular object, it
Yeah.
can be thing, it can be place, it can be person. Kalau person ya harus nama memang. Makanya enting-enting itu kan belum nama kan, masih umum kan. Karena ada nama enting-enting. Mungkin kalau enting-enting Madiun Pinat, enting-enting Madiun apa Bu? Wijen, spesifik ya.
ya ada Wijen.
Sir, can
Iya,
I ask something? Maybe I can revise my material for the future. So,
iya, silahkan.
if we still talk about anting-anting, but because it's food, so it's interesting discussion. Can I just put anting-anting is from Tulungagung in the description, or I still need to put Tulungagung anting-anting, sir, in the title?
Yeah, maybe, but not only discussion and writing, Mbak Elin. Maybe they have understood. In writing we have first draft, second draft.
Yeah.
They have understood maybe the content, generic structure, language feature, but they should practice. Yeah,
Yes.
maybe after practice, revise. Practice one, the result is draft one, and then we should revise because in writing, as
Long
maybe
process.
speaking, yeah, we have maybe written form, maybe characteristic. Yeah, you have cohesion and coherent among sentence and paragraph. Which one is conjunction should be placed maybe between one sentence and another sentence. Yeah. You should be
Okay.
maybe paragraph one should be identification in description, but the next paragraph become description itself. Description can be divided become maybe three things: mendeskripsikan physical appearance objeknya, mendeskripsikan quality objeknya, kan begitu kan? Ya, jadi
Yes.
ini ya karakteristik dari objek. So here in mind mapping here, we have, I think, at least here we have four paragraph. Paragraph one tell us about identification about the object.
Identification.
Paragraph two is this description divided become three. The characteristic of the thing or maybe or object, and then the quality maybe the object and the physical appearance the object. Ya, so here should be in mind mapping. Dipetakan dulu, kemudian ditulis, direvisi, ditulis, kan begitu kan. Not discussion finish, class, please write this without maybe teaching appropriately. It's not easy because this is
Yeah.
productive skill. We should practice. Yeah. like speaking. Class, I invite you because we have discussion here. But what kind of tag, ma'am? Here, descriptive tag. Descriptive tag is monologue, ma'am, not dialogue. But we discuss about descriptive and dialogue. How should I deliver in monologue? Monologue and dialogue, I think, even here both of them are speaking, but they have different characteristics. How to,
Yeah.
yeah, so we teach them, right, Mbak Aileen ya. Jadi harus diajari bagaimana melakukan latihan bicara monolog berbeda dengan dialog, kan gitu kan? Karena karakteristik itu orang berbicara monolog sama dialog berbeda. Misalnya deliver greeting in monolog and dialog is little bit different gitu ya. Ya, jadi itu yang harus kita cermati sehingga memang tidak cukup belajar bahasa Inggris itu hanya berdasarkan pertemuan di kelas, harus ada tambahan begitu ya. Kan selalu begitu kan. Jadi in university satu SKS itu terjemahannya misalnya 50 menit tatap muka, 50 menit tugas terstruktur, 50 menit tugas mandiri. Nah, tugas mandiri ini sebenarnya di sekolah itu dijabarkan menjadi LKS dulunya. Jadi lembar kerja siswa. Lah sekarang menjadi LKPD. Tapi anehnya yang kita temui, ya, Bapak Ibu guru itu suka ngajar pakai LKPD, padahal ini miliknya siswa. Terjemahan dari tugas mandiri tadi. Ada tugas struktur, tugas mandiri. Kan begitu kan harusnya. Jadi minimal kalau Anda ngajar itu ada 3 tag deskriptif yang berbeda. Ngajar yang pertama, menugasi, kemudian tugas mandiri. Kan begitu ya. Atau nanti untuk assessment. Tapi yang kita lihat ngajar pakai itu, assessment pakai itu, nanti LKPD pakai itu lagi. Memang jualannya hanya itu kan, gitu kan. Pertanyaannya, kok tidak
Yeah.
dipetakan kan gitu loh. Itu yang menjadi
Sir,
pertanyaan kita.
yes. I
Ya,
would like to revise. So actually, I also use the text of Enteng Enteng in deepen the knowledge of my students about the descriptive text when they do the assessment to confirm their, what is it, their knowledge about descriptive text. I give another example of the text, sir.
ya. The assessment. Ya, assessment become here independent assessment and guidance assessment kan. Tadi ada tugas mandiri sama tugas terstruktur kan seharusnya kan begitu. LKPD itu harusnya tugas mandiri, tidak dipakai untuk ngajar. Tahu? Jadi terjemahan dari SKS tadi kan. Jadi satu SKS 50 menit kalau di perguruan tinggi itu tadi. Jadi tatap muka, even tatap maya begini, kita pakai satu tag. Nanti untuk exercise tag yang kedua. Sama,
Yes.
tag pertama tag deskripsi, tag kedua tag deskripsi lagi, tag ketiga tag, tapi untuk tadi ada yang untuk exercises, ada yang untuk
Yes.
tugas mandiri kan begitu ya. Jadi minimal itu 3. Tapi kebanyakan kita kan tidak ya. Jadi ngajar ya pakai itu, nanti exercise-nya juga itu, assessment-nya juga pakai itu lagi kan gitu ya. Memang cari teks sekarang susah kan tidak ya. Dulu memang ketika kami kuliah susah karena belum ada ini ya. Sekarang kan sudah.
Internet, gadget.
Tapi yang
Yes.
kita lihat seperti itu aja gitu ya. Ya
Yes,
mungkin
very
ke
powerful
depan
also.
gitu ya.
Yes.
Next, the future, we should consider that ya each of it to develop vocabulary of our student. Kalau tagnya hanya satu ya itu lagi
Yeah,
vocabnya
that's
nggak
correct.
akan bertambah. Nanti kosakatanya tidak akan bertambah kan begitu.
Yes.
Ya, itu harusnya gitu. Kalau Anda misalnya dengan beberapa dosen itu selalu begitu. Ya, seperti orang jualan dalam tanda petik tentunya ya. Apa produknya, materinya apa? Ini lho Pak, teks deskripsi mana? Satu. Satu untuk kegiatan apa? Satu untuk semua. Itu. Itu kira-kira ya Mbak Elin ya. Jadi
Yes, very true, sir.
to maybe identify actually teks deskripsi itu specific object from the title.
Oh, so I
Iya,
have to put the title itself, sir.
in the
Start
title
from the
ya.
title.
The
Okay.
title. You mention the same thing, but you mention here my phone, my smartphone is specific karena I want to describe only my phone, not your phone, not their phone. My laptop, my whole house, my school, or maybe favorite school, Helen school. That is specific. Mother is general. My mother is specific. My father is specific. Yeah. So enteng-enteng is general. It can find enteng-enteng in Madiun, in Tulungagung, maybe in Kediri. You can find many enteng-enteng here. Yeah.
So I have to revise my
Yeah.
title itself, sir.
Yeah, because title represent the content.
Oh, okay.
Ya, jadi gambaran dari isi kan. If you say here, maybe zoo, it can be general object. We can find zoo in Surabaya, in
in
Yes,
Yogyakarta,
yes, sir.
in
kan gitu ya.
Jakarta.
Yeah, and others here.
Again, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if you maybe we should careful because maybe in one side you say descriptive tag, but we have here report tag. Report tag is report general. Yeah, if you are not careful, if we are not careful, maybe
Yes.
what kind of tag you want to teach your student, descriptive tag or report tag? Yeah, can differentiate because two different things here. Even here, yeah, yeah. Now, if you have understood and then you deliver instruction to student correctly, don't forget class here. You should start that, yeah, not definition, but based on your understanding. Anda memberi contoh, jangan menghafal ya. Saya bukan anti menghafal, tapi tingkatkan apa itu kognisi Anda naik ke C2. Beri contoh teks. Ada teks yang tertulis. Kemudian judulnya Tulungagung Enting-Enting. Which one the social function class you underline? This is social function. Would you like to pay attention paragraph 1? What does paragraph tell us about? This is identification. Ya. Jadi dengan begitu dikatakan paham. Tapi kalau Anda kelas morning, you still remember this tag? Yeah, what is social function? Describe specific thing. What is the generic structure, identification, and description? What is the, yeah, this is memorizing.
Yes,
Memorizing.
that's correct, sir.
Yeah, if you have material like this, you mentioned here, this is memorizing. It's only C1. Why to develop maybe C2? Because based on maybe tag here in your lesson plan, we try to guess you have C1 or C2. Saya bisa menebak ya, ini hanya kognisi 1, ini kognisi 2. Nah, kalau ada tagnya kemudian kita baca, mengenali, mengidentifikasi mana ini social function-nya, mana ini generic structure-nya, ini ada identification, ada misalnya description, oh, ini berarti understanding. Karena ada tag kemudian dibaca, paham gitu loh.
Yes.
Tapi kalau memorizing tadi ya itu, banyakkan itu. Definisi disebutkan, ini loh Pak materi tag deskripsi. Tagnya mana? Ya ini kan ini pemahaman tag. Iya itu C1 saya bilang begitu. C2-nya nggak ada di situ. Nah C2 itu maksudnya kognisi 2. Understand. Kalau Mbak Erin understand, Mbak Anda dari mana? Tulungagung. Anda tahu ya alun-alun di Tulungagung dari misalnya sekolah Anda tahu, berarti Anda bisa menunjukkan, berarti Anda understand. Mbak tahu tag deskriptif, tahu, jelaskan apa itu tag deskriptif, kan begitu kan? Ini loh Pak, contohnya, judulnya ini. Mengapa ini tag deskriptif? Karena deliver specific particular object. Object it can be thing, person, or place. Kan begitu kan? Objek bisa 3 tadi, bisa benda, bisa orang, bisa tempat. Kan begitu. Nah, paragraph 1 adalah identification, baru description kan gitu. Nah itu berarti Anda paham. Tapi kalau untuk memorizing, ya kalau misalnya adik-adik kita yang SD disuruh pidato itu memorizing betul, kelihatan kan menghafal. Masa kita hanya mengajar sampai menghafal terus, nanti SMA juga menghafal lagi. Padahal kita ingin meningkatkan literasi kita ya.
Storytelling, Pak. Storytelling kan juga memorizing.
Bukan, berilah apa itu panduan, misalnya guideline-nya, kemudian dia suruh cerita. Kan begitu yang dimaui. Lah kalau misalnya sama presentasi PowerPoint kan dilihat. Ini loh ada 5 poin yang ingin kita sampaikan. Poin A tentang apa, poin B. Lah poin A ini contohnya ini. Tapi kita tidak membaca. Deal speech ya. Kita menjelaskan tapi ada panduannya. Sama, storytelling juga begitu. Tapi kalau memorizing nanti C1 terus. Kalau nggak diajari naik ke level 2, ya literasi kita sampai besok pun ya tetap C1 terus kan gitu ya. Begitu menghadapi UNAS atau ujian baru ada tag lain, kok nggak ada tagnya kok beda gitu ya. Nah itu kan guessingnya nggak muncul gitu ya. Pada guessing itu kan menggunakan dalam tanda petik ya, menebak kosakata itu bisa berdasarkan kontekstual kan begitu. Misalnya bisa, Mbak Elin bisa dalam bahasa Indonesia itu sinonimnya dapat, tapi bisa racun kan gitu ya. Hati-hati di belakang banyak halaman belakang banyak ular berbisa. Masa bisa di situ dapat? Kan lain toh. Itu bahasa Indonesia. Nah kalau dia diajari begitu nanti dia akan kontekstual, tidak memorizing. Ya, jadi kita ngajak naik level supaya literasi kita naik. Lewat siapa? Ya lewat Bapak Ibu guru awalnya. Kan kami terbatas, tidak bisa menjangkau semua kelas kan gitu. Itu yang kita mau. Ya. Jadi begitu ya kita semua. Saya ngajari mahasiswa saya juga begitu. Kok hanya C1 Thomas? Mbok Anda masih muda. Anda luas wawasan Anda. Anda ini kalau ini lebih cepat dari saya. Gadget saya ini sudah ketinggalan zaman. Untuk M-Banking di BTN aja nggak bisa. Harus saya ganti dengan gadget yang satunya. Ya, begitu kan. Jadi Anda harus lebih cepat. Naikkan level literasi Anda minimal understanding. Kalau bisa nanti bahkan yang tadi hot tadi ya, yang analyzing, misalnya evaluating sampai creating kan gitu ya. Tapi kan bertahap.
Yes, that's correct.
Nah, oke ya, itu ya, Bu. Mem, silahkan. Time is yours.
Ya, sharing aja ya, Mbak Herlin ya. Ketika Mbak Herlin come to the class and then the situation is so crowded and then when you come in the class still crowded, what do you think at that time? And then after that, what should you do to make them maybe a little bit keep silent or pay attention of you? Okay, how?
Ya, based on your experience, Mbak Elin.
Ya, based on your.
Ya.
Sudah tadi.
Thank you, ma'am. So when I come to the classroom that are crowded, even I ever have experienced that my students do not in that classroom, they are not in that classroom. So sometimes it makes me, where is my students? What happened to you?
Disappear.
Yes, I'm a human. I angry, ma'am, but I do not show to them. So I try to manage my emotion. I will try to take a deep breath. The first is I try to manage my emotion itself, ma'am. So because if I do not do that, I'm sure that I will say something bad to them, and I do not want to say it for my students because I will regret that. So I will try to manage my emotion, and then I will try to open the learning itself with a different voice, ma'am. So it is practiced when I do storytelling. So my students usually hear my voice like this, ma'am. And then I will try to, good morning, my students. Are you ready to learn with Ma'am Helen? And if they heard about, what is that sound? What is that voice? Is that Ma'am Helen? Oh, that is Ma'am Helen. Hi, ma'am. They will like that. Yes.
That's your trick.
Yeah, I will try to use that. Yes, sir. Because it is quite effective when I did storytelling to the students. They will pay attention on me more.
Yeah.
Because they will, is that really your voice, ma'am? Or maybe I will try to use another type of voice. Are you ready to learn, Helen? Something like that.
Okay. Are you storyteller before you join in pendidikan bahasa Inggris?
Yes,
Storyteller
ma'am.
too? Yes.
Yes, I also
Oh,
storyteller. You can check my YouTube, ma'am.
oh, promosi nih ya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually I did storytelling in my free time. So when I wait for the
Oh,
this interview, I also did storytelling in some elementary school
okay.
in Muhammadiyah, sir, ma'am, and sir.
Hmm. Have
We did
you
once a week.
okay? Have you experienced to become the winner in some competition? Maybe. Have you?
For that, I haven't tried to
Oh,
learn competition, ma'am. But
oh yeah, yeah.
I have some experiences in doing storytelling in kindergarten and also
Oh,
in
I see.
elementary school.
So you teach them to tell some story to
Yeah,
your students, ya. I am
yes.
Mem Sudri juga pernah loh ngajar storytelling, apa ya, pelatih ya, pelatih storytelling.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. And then alhamdulillah in 2012 my
Yes.
student became the winner, the first winner in
Oh, alhamdulillah.
Kabupaten Sidoarjo. But in province belum dapat apa-apa at that time 2012. But in 2014, nah itu ada lagi become the first two in Kabupaten Sidoarjo, and then go to the province and become the second, jadi juara dua
Oh,
provinsi. Jadi mem pernah jadi mem pernah melatih
wow.
storytelling juga, speech ya gitu. Itu cuman ya Pak Fauris still memorizing yang di ini kan
Yeah.
memang memorizing, and then I think all the what is it, competitor, yeah, memorizing. not not develop something that oh ini
Yeah.
ada ininya itu
Yeah,
enggak.
we should start from the teacher, yeah.
Hmm,
In the teacher, yeah. We are sure that take example here, deliver presentation now in digital era, maybe sometime
ya,
the contest or competition is maybe should be follow the maybe the technological innovation here. Even if we maybe deliver maybe in the PowerPoint here in front of the maybe the participant here to deliver, I think it's okay, but not
iya,
memorizing. It's more interesting, more maybe nature and others here. But we should start step by step here, not
iya,
directly. Yeah, okay.
iya,
Yeah,
of
because
course,
if we see maybe even here adult person, but if you maybe represent some organization, but they memorize, I think it's not. Yeah, it's not good enough
iya,
Not
last year.
great enough. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we should try to maybe more, yeah, agree or disagree. We should improve our level of literacy here.
maybe
Yeah.
if debate competition, I think they not memorize
Yeah, I
something.
see. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
what we call here. They have,
Yes,
if they have
ma'am.
good preparation, I
yeah,
think, yeah, okay, yeah, they have ability and capability, but yeah, practice improvement here. But if the teacher still believe, yeah, you should memorize, because I remember when I maybe try to what we call here train my son ya,
yeah.
gurunya ngajari gini ya harus ngafal gitu. No, I want to change. Anda ambil poin-poinnya, Nak, nanti Anda
Iya.
jelaskan menurut pemahaman Anda. Ditolak
Yes.
karena lebih takut kepada gurunya daripada ke ayahnya, kan gitu toh.
Ya karena ya memang memang kan kalau skrip itu ya ini akhirnya bicara skrip ya. Kalau skrip itu kan memang on script ya sudah itu yang memorizing gitu. Kalau orang mungkin orang seni, orang drama itu tuh gitu ya. Jadi benar-benar ini. But debate competition different. Kalau debate
Iya. Ya
competition itu
memang,
different.
karena temanya maksudnya yang memberikan panitia. Ya,
Ya, so we have temanya apa, the theme, and then ya itu ada communicate. Nah,
ya
between one.
sebenarnya apa itu speech ada komunikasi tapi
Ya,
indirectly. Anda
ya,
menyapa ke audiens, bagaimana respon
Yeah.
ya,
audiens itu sebenarnya komunikasi Pak, not directly, automatically. But if maybe after you deliver your speech ya, Anda mendapatkan misalnya applause, itu kan berarti apa yang Anda deliver, apa yang Anda sampaikan itu bisa dipahami oleh audiens Anda
Iya.
dan itu betul-betul membuat mereka paham dan sehingga memberi apresiasi kan ke sana kan. Nah, itu tidak
Iya.
bisa kita lakukan 1-2 kali, harus tahap
Yeah.
demi tahap begitu loh.
Yeah, right.
I think I would like to share also. Can I do this?
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Mbak
Actually, I
Herlin,
need a lot
please.
of suggestion from you all. So, ketika saya memiliki pengalaman storytelling, itu juga membantu saya dalam mengajar, khususnya dalam mendekati
Memanage,
siswa,
ya, memanage kelas. Ya.
memanage kelas. Kemudian saya juga semakin kreatif karena ketika storytelling nggak mungkin saya cuma menggunakan boneka seperti ini, tapi
Ya.
terkadang juga saya membuat gambar-gambar, anak-anak juga praktek. Jadi di sana di storytelling saya diajak untuk lebih kreatif dan saya beruntung saya bisa menyumbangkan kreativitas saya di salah satu pertemuan dulu di PPL 2 untuk membuat media gambar berseri dan itu saya dapatkan melalui storytelling ini gitu.
Ya, benar. So, Mem Sutri itu ya jebur di seni itu mulai dari SD ya. Jadi punya pengalaman suka nari Pak Fauris.
Yeah.
Jadi suka nari, suka nyanyi,
ya. Seni ya.
Ya, little lah. And then kemarin pada saat pandemi 2020, I think, or 2021, ada parade teater Jakarta, apa itu, Jawa Timur di situ. Itu masuk 6 besar. Jadi, apa yang kita from the art ya, apapun yang kita lakukan itu buat kita lebih more creative ya, and then itu nantinya juga masuk di dalam kelas gitu loh, so asik sebenarnya. Jadi bikin anak-anak juga sometimes they focus, sometimes ya ada joke, sometimes ya. Jadi nggak bikin kelas boring. Iya, ya sama kayak Herlin mungkin ya, Mbak Herlin.
Iya. Dulu teman saya ada yang pandai sulap gitu. Kalau dikasih sulap. Ya, seperti itu.
Magic box itu seperti apa, Mbak Herlin?
Oh iya, jadi magic box itu terpikirkan ketika saya belajar pembelajaran sosial emosional. Jadi itu sering Mem dulu sama Sir, dulu ketika saya sekolah itu, loh Bu, saya belum siap untuk belajar. Saya tuh tadi pagi tuh dimarahin ibu loh, Bu. Saya masih, emosinya masih campur aduk ini, Bu. Masih belum siap untuk belajar. Gimana ini kok langsung dimulai pelajaran, terus dikasih materi, des. Oh, pusing saya. Terus dari pengalaman-pengalaman itu saya berpikir, oh ini sepertinya pembelajaran sosial emosional ini perlu saya inputkan agar siswa itu ready atau dalam kondisi yang happy ketika mulai pembelajaran. Jadi konsep sebentar, saya punya magic box-nya sebentar.
Saya juga pernah pakai magic box untuk ini loh, magic box yang seperti apa? Oh, seperti itu. Mem dulu juga pernah lomba storytelling, apa itu namanya? Propertinya itu magic box. Pernah juga. Kalau Herlin ini modelnya seperti apa?
Ya, jadi siswa itu di awal pembelajaran mereka saya minta coba kalian tulis kalimat-kalimat apa saja yang bikin kalian tuh termotivasi atau bikin happy. Contoh nih kalimatnya bisa kayak gini. Saya sangat bangga sama kamu. Kamu hebat, kamu luar biasa. Coba kalian tulis, kemudian biarkan itu anonim ya, jadi jangan ditulis nama sama sekali. Kalau sudah mereka nanti akan melipat kertasnya sampai tidak terlihat tulisan di dalamnya, terus dimasukkan di magic box, Mem. Ketika mereka memikirkan hal-hal positif seperti itu, saya percaya bahwa siswa itu juga akan merangsang dirinya untuk merasakan hal-hal yang positif, Mem. Jadi mereka berpikir positif, menuliskannya, membacanya. Jadi siswa itu bisa, oh now I'm ready, I'm in a happy feeling. Dan ketika berakhir pembelajaran magic box ini, tulisan-tulisan yang sudah ditulis oleh anak-anak ini dikeluarkan, jadi mereka mengambilnya secara random, Mem. Jadi mereka bisa mengambil tulisan dari temannya lain. Jadi mereka mengambilnya, terus mereka membacanya. Dan ketika mereka membacanya, selalu responnya anak-anak itu, wah, Mem, saya dapat ini, Mem. Terus pernah, Mem, dulu itu saya aplikasikan Magic Box ini di SMK. Jadi dulu tuh anak-anak SMK itu di kelas saya itu mereka empatinya terhadap sesama kan masih kurang. Jadi saya mikir, gimana ya ini caranya biar anak-anak itu mau punya kolaboratif skill yang baik ya. Terus saya pakai Magic Box ini 2 kali pertemuan dan alhamdulillahnya setelah itu anak-anak itu jadi merasa bahwa oh ternyata tuh teman-teman saya tuh care ya tentang kondisi saya meskipun melalui kalimat-kalimat anonim yang dibuat oleh mereka. They're happy and I'm happy to see them happy.
In English or in bahasa about the sentence itself?
Yeah, usually write the sentence in English, ma'am. But it's just like short sentences, ma'am.
Yep. Short
Yeah.
sentences.
Yeah,
It's
the previous
interest, yeah.
participant said that how to
Interesting.
minimize maybe learner problem. Tadi siapa yang mau coba mengurangi beban dengan curhat ke gurunya tadi siapa, Mbak? Iva atau siapa?
Ya, ya, ya kayaknya
ada
Mbak
gitu.
Iva ya.
Nah, saya kemudian both of us
yang fluent tadi ya Pak ya, Fauris.
Ya, jadi apa itu untuk mengurangi, tapi kami suggestion saja because now in digital era try to use the gadget gitu ya. Jadi menggunakan ini tapi lewat gadget gitu loh. Jadi memodifikasinya. Kemudian ya dibukakan saja di depan kelas bersama-sama kalau memang sudah ada apa itu LCD-nya gitu ya di kelas tersebut. Itu jauh lebih efisien karena apa ya tadi paperless kata Mem Sutri tadi kan paperless.
Iya, paperless. Iya, iya sekolah di Wiata ini Pak. So jadi pikirannya harus berbudaya lingkungan gitu.
Teknologi kan begitu ya. Teknologi itu membantu sebenarnya lebih efisien, lebih hemat. Kalau nanti misalnya tes begini harus bertemu ya secara waktu kita misalnya harus ke Surabaya. Ke UNESA nanti kemudian kembali lagi gitu kan jauh lebih efisien dengan menggunakan ini sebetulnya platform ini kan ya meskipun ya Google Meet begitu dan seterusnya. Nah ke depan memang begitu. Jadi apa Magic Box pun boxnya juga yang virtual tidak box yang.
Oh iya.
Thank you. I will try to make this one digital.
Kan begitu ya. Jadi supaya anak-anak juga bisa nanti bermain dengan karena kalau mereka waktu mereka apa tidak kita coba kurangi dengan kegiatan yang digital, mereka memang habiskan waktu hanya untuk main game. Nah, kita harus kurangi waktu itu. Kalau di keluarga saya tadi, nak coba ceritakan apa yang Anda pelajari selama 2 hari ini di sekolah. Nanti kirim ke WA ayah ya. Ya tulis juga. Nah, itu sudah mengurangi waktu mereka untuk mereka bermain game kan begitu ya, seperti itu. Dan mereka, maksudnya anak saya juga mau karena dia memang sering menggunakan gadgetnya daripada selalu nulis nanti dia merasa lebih banyak resistennya gitu.
Iya.
Saya beri feedbacknya ya sudah bagus. Kalau yang ini kenapa kok tidak laporan ke Bapak Ibu Guru kalau kosong? Harusnya ya saya kan bukan kota kelas, kan bisa bicara sama teman sendiri kan kelas juga teman kan begitu kan.
Iya.
Beranian mengambil inisiatif untuk usul atau kepada temannya. Ya kira-kira begitu ya. Jadi
paperless-nya pakai quizzes man.
Ya bisa juga.
Benar. Papernya pakai reuse. Ya, boleh.
Pakai quizzes saya biasanya.
Quizzes.
Di video pembelajaran saya juga pakai quizzes sama Padlet. Jadi untuk mengurangi penyebaran kertas yang kadang anak-anak itu dibuang kayak gitu. Jadi eman mem.
Ya benar, right. Ya, YouTube-nya apa Mbak Erwin tadi?
Oh iya,
Enteng
lagi. YouTube saya itu mem. Helin Wardani mem.
Oh, Herlin nama ya? Your name.
Helin Wardani.
Ya, oke. Nanti tak cari.
Saya hilangkan kemarin. Jadi tinggal Helin Wardani.
Oke, ya udah nanti coba tak cari, tak subscribe.
Di sana ada juga mem video-video pembelajaran. Jadi saya punya tagline belajar bahasa Inggris semenit aja. Dan jangan lupa di like ya, Mem.
Oke, siap, insya Allah. Ya, ya Pak Fauris.
Ya, ya, ya memang kami juga belajar itu, tapi tidak
Iya.
seproduktif anak muda.
Oh,
Kalau
aku
apa
juga masih belajar
habis
kok, Sir, ini.
presentasi misalnya ikut yang Konapten yang konferensi internasional di UPI itu kan sebagian memang saya coba unggah ke YouTube.
Oh
Tapi ya
iya Pak.
sederhana saja. Cuma ya itu kan untuk materi-materi yang istilahnya lebih banyak ke akademik ya, bukan yang ke yang lain-lain. Tapi coba aja mengikuti kemajuan teknologi berkembang.
Teknologi.
Nah, itu aja mau saya sebenarnya.
Iya.
Nggak punya target yang lain-lain gitu ya.
Thank
Ya
you,
memang
Iya.
ada yang lihat tapi kan tidak banyak. Memang
Mm-mm.
untuk dewasa gitu ya, tidak hanya untuk anak-anak. Saya kira itu
Iya.
ya, sudah
Iya.
16 jam.
Mau
Nanti
1 jam.
mau ini sudah mau siap-siap mau apa
Maaf,
itu?
Sir, maaf, Mem.
Move.
Jadi
Iya, iya.
tambah makannya jadi lama. Maaf, Mem.
Oke, Pak Fauris mungkin nanti kalau saya belum gabung dimulai dulu enggak apa-apa, it's okay. Barangkali saya masih di jalan.
Iya, Ibu ya.
Iya, soalnya butuh waktu untuk moving.
Nggih, Ibu ya.
Oke,
Ya.
matur nuwun.
Sami-sami. Cukup
Good
ya.
luck ya Erlin, good luck Mbak Erlin.
Thank
Mem, thank you,
ya.
Sir. Saran-sarannya
Ya.
terima kasih sekali. Akan saya perbaiki untuk kedepannya. Terima
Oke.
kasih.
Ya.
Oh iya.
Kita live ya.
Yuk, J. Assalamualaikum.
Salam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.